Hey YouTube land, this is Tycoundius again with another quick video review. Because I said I'd do one for my buddy Arnold. He wanted to know a little bit more about these new Thunderbirds Argo figures. They were made 2015, and they're made by the company called Vivid Imaginations. Now, if you're not familiar with Thunderbirds, it's a very old, I think it was 70s TV show based on Jerry Anderson was the kind of lead design, and they used marionette puppets and used sort of fantastic and interesting vehicle designs for the kind of a sci-fi show. But this new show that started on this year in 2015 is actually CGI, with as far as I know, it's Weta Workshop are doing it. So I think it's CGI characters, but with the physical props for the vehicles, I think, and all that. They're still actually kind of doing a mix of both. So enough about the show. Just quickly onto the figures. Now, I picked up 3 figures, and I got Virgil Tracy, and I think it's Scott Tracy. I can't remember. He's the pilot for Thunderbird 1. And the villain character, which there is only one villain character figure released so far, which is the Hood, which is the black suited figure to the right. As you can see, I laid out the accessories they come with in front of them. For accessories, they're fairly slim compared to other figures out there, even though saying that I know the DC Multiverse 4-inch line was actually just as slim with accessories. Very little figures came with any, and even the ones that did came with maybe 1 or 2 accessories. So as you can see, the 2 Tracy brothers come with a helmet and then 1 gadget each, which for Scott, I believe it's a jetpack, and for Virgil, I think it's a grappling hook. As far as I know, it hasn't been shown on the show yet as to what it is, but it's connects onto his shoulder. If I just pick it up there and bring him into focus, do I have it the right way around? It goes this way. There's 2 spots on the shoulder, so if we just bring him down there, you can see it fits on the shoulder there, and it fits onto the back. So I'm assuming in the actual show it's supposed to be on a roller, and it loads up to his, or slides up to his shoulder when he needs to. So just quickly on articulation, the head is just on a swivel joint, but they actually have quite long necks on each of the figures, so it's not too bad seeing the swivel joint on it. Some figures I've seen with swivel joints are just right up to the neck, and they look a bit bad when you're turning it. There's no waist. The chest and waist are all one solid piece. The legs are on ball joints. You can just see in the section there, and they have a single knee joint, but the knee can actually swivel as well, because it can pop out as well, but whether you want to do that or not. But as you can see, the connector for it's just on a swivel. Arms are on a ball joint, and elbows are on an elbow swivel, but it also has a joint as well, so you can rotate around, but there is no wrist articulation. But they're quite good for figures, although they are a little bit expensive for my taste. Currently at the moment they're about €11 each, so that is kind of expensive for the size of figure, although this day and age there's figures out there that are just as expensive, if not more, and for a smaller scale or the same scale. The helmet just clicks onto the back. It has a clear visor that just folds over the face, and it can lift off. The visors themselves can pop off from time to time, so just so you to note that they do pop off. I'll try and get them to stand, but unfortunately where I have this setup for my video review, it's not very stable at the moment. Now the Hood character comes with 2 accessories as well. I just bring him in. You can see his head is on a ball joint, or on a swivel joint as well. The outer shirt is not removable, but it is a separate piece, so if you wanted to you could probably pry it off, but the figure itself has it connected to it. Same joints as the other figures. There's the twist in the knee, and as you can see the leg is on the ball joint. You can actually see the ball joint there. They connect on. Just press it back in. Again, no ankle. Actually, I should mention that there's no ankle or foot movement. It's just one single knee joint, the ball socket, thigh, and the other previous mentioned for the upper arms. Again, no waist swivel on this one. He comes with a, if I remember correctly from the episode, I remember seeing it was some sort of underwater sonic device. I think it's in the very, turns up in the very first episode, but it doesn't play any other role. I don't think, I haven't watched much of this series at all. And he also comes with this kind of scanner, which I think in one of the other episodes I've seen it actually doubles as sort of a kind of a little, it's kind of like a shocker as well. It has like electrodes that can render people unconscious by shocking them, kind of like a taser almost. So he holds it pretty well in his hand. The other piece doesn't really hold in his hand. Then on to Scott, which again, I think it's Scott, don't quote me on it. It is one of the other Tracy brothers. There's Alan, Scott, Virgil, and I think it's John. And if I remember correctly, John is Thunderbirds 5, Alan is Thunderbird 3, this guy's Thunderbird 1, and Virgil is for Thunderbird 2. Again, same idea, Hamlet just slides on, closes down, and he has the jetpack, which has 2 pegs on the back, and you can see the corresponding peg holes, and they just click in and it stays in place. Articulation wise, same as his brother, same joints, has a different sculpt. He's actually sort of thinner in the legs. He actually has a sort of thinner bodysuit on. So the legs on mine are a little floppy, as you can see. So he does have a little trouble standing. Also, I should note as well, none of the figures have peg holes on the bottom of their feet. Virgil has detailed shoes, which I think are probably supposed to be some sort of magnetic boot, because the other figures have fairly plain soles on their feet, so they're not as detailed as his. So I'm assuming it's some part of his costume design for the show. So that's just a quick review, and as I said, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll try and do a few more reviews as soon as I get more of the figures. Till then, enjoy.